They're just trying to settle as fast as Depressed Cowculus 1 Math Antiderivative Shirt possible. He never said they paid less. I guess it's implied when you read it. Because if not, then it makes no sense to complain about something that's just normal. Even we often saw houses go in one day on the market. Every house we didn't put an offer on the same day we toured was gone in 24 hours while we decided. And as such aren't functionally capitalist anymore. I am about to sell my first home. Who is actually going to bloody well live here? I wonder if it's possible to add a rental restriction clause to a deed. As someone in real estate, I think that's completely absurd. His base will agree with everything just to save face. His laced bills end up as nothing more than cheap thrills. His mate has sealed out fate. But it's everything that they will take. Lie, hate, and greed. These are his American dreams. While our culture boils, he's going on TV and plays his Depressed Cowculus 1 Math Antiderivative Shirt hand like he's royal. A fly in his hair. The man is a robot. He doesn't even care. Let it be an omen. 4 more years of trolling. It's just cancer and heart disease that kills. Look. I love cigarettes. But they absolutely can kill. They have. Stats don't lie. Unless they do. But here they do not. In the coming weeks, Americans are going to be treated with the worst kind of Washington speak regarding the tobacco legislation currently being considered by the Congress and attorney generals from 40 different states. We will hear about the scourge of tobacco and the resultant premature deaths. We will hear about how this phalanx of government elites has suddenly grown a conscience after decades of subsidizing the product which, we are now told, kills millions of Americans each year. Time for a quick reality check. Despite the hysteria from the political class and the media, smoking doesn't kill. Depressed Cowculus 1 Math Antiderivative Shirt, tank top, V-neck, sweatshirt and hoodie. Sweater, hoodie, ladies' tee, long-sleeved. In fact, 2 out of every 3 smokers do not die from a Depressed Cowculus 1 Math Antiderivative Shirt smoking-related illness, and 9 out of 10 smokers do not contract lung cancer. This is not to say that smoking is good for you. Smoking is not good for you. If you are reading this article through the blue haze of cigarette smoke, you should quit. The relevant question is, what is more harmful to the nation? Secondhand smoke or backhanded big government disguised in do-gooder healthcare rhetoric? The tobacco settlement is not only about big taxes, it's about big government. Under the current Senate version, the deal would require the creation of 17 new government bureaucracies to manage the tax windfall described above. But it is also about a Depressed Cowculus 1 Math Antiderivative Shirt big government on a much more profound scale. Namely, a government big enough to protect us from ourselves. Even a conservative like me would support a government big enough to protect us from foreign threats and threats to our domestic tranquility. But the tobacco deal goes to the next level. A government big enough to protect us from our own stubborn wills. And a government of such plenary power, once conceived, will hardly stop at tobacco. Surely the scourge of fatty foods and their attendant cost to the healthcare economy bears some consideration. How about the role of caffeine in fomenting greater stress in the lives of working Americans? Don't get me started about the dangers of sports utility vehicles. Those of you who find the Depressed Cowculus 1 Math Antiderivative Shirt tobacco deal acceptable should be warned as you sit reading this magazine, sipping a cup of hot coffee with a hamburger on your mind for lunch. A government big enough to go after smokers is big enough to go after you. Vice President Gaslight reporting for duty. Other products.